My name is Chiama. I go by Chi. I'm the CEO and founder of N.Y.A. As N is in Nancy, Y is in Yankee, A is in Apple. N.Y.A. Love and Dating Services, LLC. Today, I decided to interview 3 random men regarding random questions around love, sex, dating, and relationships. Enjoy. So this is Shai. He is 29 years old.
Yes.
He is currently single.
Yes.
He is going to open up a red package with 2 questions.
Yep.
He has no idea what these questions are, but he will be answering them
Facts.
right now.
I'm in the hot seat.
Go ahead with the first 2 questions.
All right.
One at a time, take your time.
One at a time. All right. No pressure, no pressure. All right, so question numero uno. That's actually a really good question. Okay. All right, so describe your perfect woman without naming physical traits. Man, this is actually pretty easy.
I want to know.
Yeah, I think about this all the time.
I love
So
this.
my perfect woman is, without describing physical traits, someone who just gives me peace of mind, right? So like, you know, when I come home, just peace, like someone who I can like be super honest with. I don't gotta front. I don't gotta try to like, you know, put up this like masculine facade.
Right.
You know, nothing like that. Like someone who I could just keep it real. Like even if it's some corny shit, just be honest about. Like my perfect woman is just someone who I can be honest around. I can say things that aren't like necessarily politically correct. I can just be me, like not have to worry about a thing. Like a peace of mind, that's the number one thing I value, like me personally. That's what I've learned about myself. Again, whoever brings me peace, like that's the one. Yeah. Peace of mind, yeah.
Anything else you want to answer?
Man, well, we're not doing physical traits.
We're not.
So keeping that in mind, I mean, yeah, peace of mind, someone who, you know, and this is, you don't gotta like know how to cook, but man, cooking is dope. You know, I'm Nigerian, so, you know, a woman who could, you know, cook some jollof rice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A goosey soup.
Right.
You know, some suya.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you know, Chef Curry, you know, in the kitchen.
Willing to learn.
Willing to learn, facts.
I love
Facts,
that.
yeah, that too. I would also say someone who has a sense of humor. You know, I'm a lighthearted dude. I don't like to take things too seriously.
You can have fun with and laugh with.
Exactly. You know, someone who we can make jokes with, watch corny movies.
Okay.
I'm a rom-com kind of guy.
Me too, though.
Hey, there you go. I'm not afraid to admit it. So, you know, if we could watch a nice rom-com or something, you know, that's dope.
This is truly how you feel about an ideal woman.
Yes. Without describing. Yeah.
But you are currently single.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. Sing on Red Domingo.
All right. If someone wanted to get in contact with you, what's the best way?
Honestly, my number. Sorry, I'm just joking. I'm not
Whatever
gonna
you feel
go.
comfortable sharing. But I do
Nah.
guys not numbers because you
Yeah.
know.
We're not gonna do that. But you know, I'll be on my Facebook page handling business.
Okay.
You know, so Facebook is cool. I guess Instagram is cool. I gotta check with my squad. You know what I'm saying? But I got the thumbs up. So,
right?
yeah. So Instagram, social media. You know, I'm on there heavy, mostly for like business purposes.
Right.
But you know, we can slide a little, you know, personal stuff in there as long as it's, you know, appropriate. You know, if that makes sense. You know.
Okay.
Save the pictures for if I get to know you.
So you share the pictures, you know, until after he gets to know you.
Yeah. So
All right, thank you for that.
for sure.
Next question.
Question number 2. All right.
Yeah.
See, that wasn't so bad. So,
I mean-
that was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah. All right. Question number 2. So, all right. So the question is, how would you treat a woman who you wanted a relationship with, and why? So, how would I treat a woman I want a relationship with, and
So
why?
dating stages, getting to know each other.
Yeah.
How would you treat her?
I would say, you know, I would fill it out the first date, you know, to see how the conversation goes. That's most important for me. You got to be able to conversate. And then I'd see how they'd react to like certain things I say. See if they're like super like serious about everything. Then I know, okay, I gotta hit the moonwalk away. If you can't joke
being
it.
too serious too early.
Yes.
When you mean serious, you mean like serious in terms of their personality, or talking about serious things?
I mean, so serious conversations, like serious things are cool.
Right.
I like to go deep. That's dope.
Okay,
But like if I make a joke and like you're one of the type of people who are like, oh, that's not politically correct type of thing, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Okay.
So you got to be lighthearted. But yeah, I would treat them pretty. I'd be pretty honest up front. You know, kind of try to get them to understand how I behave. You know, get a feel for me,
Right.
the things I'm into, and then yeah, depending on how that goes, then we'll see if a second date makes sense, and then go from there. So
Respect.
yeah.
So when you are pursuing them though, because courting has kind of been lost, especially with the millennials.
Yeah, that's true.
It is.
You're
So
right.
what describe to me how you would
How I would court? Yeah, I mean, I would reach out. I have no problem making the first move. You know, I reach out, you know, try to say something that like catches their interest, you know, whether it's a joke or something.
Right.
You know, yeah, so I'd start there, and then depending on how that goes, then I'd, you know, ask them out, see how it goes, take them out. You know, I have no problem doing that.
You have no problem paying? Because some men feel like it should be 50-50.
This is a good point you bring up. So yeah, I have no problem paying for the first date. Cool, I'll do that. Second date, cool, I'll do that. But I would really respect, you know, if the woman stepped up and was like, oh, you know, third date, I kind of, yeah, they're like, because that lets me know you're messing with me, right? Like if you're not opposed, yeah. So if you're not opposed to stepping up and being like, hey, I mess with this dude, I'm starting to like you, so I don't mind like taking initiative the third time out. That's dope, you know.
Maybe the fourth time you'll pay again.
I'll pay again the fourth time. Yeah, I have no problem. So the point is just showing me that you're interested, like I'm interested.
Okay, so it means
you know
more
what I'm
than when a woman actually expresses that she's interested.
Yes, I think it's dope. I think it's dope. Yeah. Like the whole game thing is cool, you know, it's cool. But like at a certain point in time, it's like, all right, what are we doing here?
Right.
Like if you're messing with me, then this shouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
You know, that's how I look at it.
I feel you.
Yeah. So.
All right, thank you so much for that. You can go ahead and take your package in.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
I appreciate it. This is James. He is 31 years old, and he is currently single. He's going to answer 2 random questions. He has no idea what they are, and he's going to do it right now. First question, please.
What advice would you give to a single woman looking for love? It's easy.
Go ahead then.
Make the first move. It's not tiring. It's exhausting making the first move.
All the time.
All the time.
Some women think the man should always make the.
I'm sorry, I got so serious with that.
No, I like that. What are you talking?
That's it. Yeah, but that is so. I was hoping I was gonna get a question like this. For real, it's tougher than you think.
Right.
How many more opening lines can you come up with? Hello. I'm clever,
Right.
but like, what else do you expect? Like, if I was to walk past you on the street, not so much that you're gonna get the same, gesture that I gave someone else, but
Right.
all I can be is me.
Right.
And I'm gonna say hello. So many times where there have been so many times where I get shy because I come up with something that I want to say, and then I'm just like, blew the opportunity. But not even that. I see you making the eye contact as well. So yeah, I might have dropped the ball, but like I bounced and passed it to you. What's going on? What's up? You know? Just bouncing energy. I'm not a free spirit, but I'm open, and I'm just open. Just
Do you feel like it's a turn on though when women do make the first move?
Yeah.
So you like
I do.
that?
Yeah.
Just make it be known. Yeah, a lot of women don't seem to feel that it's their job to make the first move. They say,
Well, yeah, but if you want something, I know what I want. I know what I want. If I pursue you hard enough, if I make that initiative, I feel like that, not that should be enough,
right.
but I'm showing you. And I feel like that's not reciprocated enough. It's like, especially in the culture today that we live in, it's you know, yes, it's unconventional how we're making our money and how we moving now. We're not our parents, we're not our grandparents. You know, so everybody's avenue is, you know, way different now than what it used to be. And a lot of women really have gotten it confused on how, you know, how the real world is. It's not what you see on TV.
But you know what
it's
it
not,
is? And this is for both men and women. People are afraid of rejection. People fear that so much, but you never know until you try. There's a big chance that maybe it'll be yes, but there's also a big chance that maybe it'll be no. And that's all right. Either way, just go for it. And that's what you're saying. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Women should be okay with taking that initiative.
And I'm new to that too.
Yeah.
I've been told all my life, oh, you're so handsome, you're so cute. That's cool. What else?
Right.
What else do you see? You know? Yeah. I want you to see me. Like I can articulate. I'm smart. I got creative thoughts. I'm out here. I've traveled most than a lot of people. I've done a lot of things. And I still, to be honest, I have not met my match. Many have mixed feelings on marriage. Do you want to get married? Why or why not? I want to get married. Everybody wants to get married. But not everybody. But yes, I do want to get married. I watched my parents grow up together. Well, I didn't watch them. My parents grew up together from separate immigrant families, and they didn't work out, but they showed me what real love is about. They didn't work out, but about 4 years ago, I lost them, and my mother showed me that, you know, even though you can create a life with somebody, and you know your relationship with that person you created a life with doesn't work out. But legitimately, on my father's dying bed, my mom kissed his feet before he passed away, and I'll never forget that. That resonated so well with me because everything became full circle for me. Like I've seen them, you know, fall out, come back together, be cordial for the sake of the kids, only to fall out again, only to get cool with, you know, just because of the grandkids, and that's fine. But as long as there's that mutual understanding that love is never, ever gonna fade, that's what I wanna portray to my future wife. That no matter what we go through, we may not even make it. I said those vows for a reason, and I'll never let you go. But I'll be honest with you, I feel as though I found that, and I feel as though I've lost it. And not that I'm trying to make up or atone for, you know, my past. Everybody grows, everybody's, you know, you make mistakes and you learn from them and you grow. And I guess I'm just still on my journey, I'm still on my path. And hopefully she out there, hopefully I find her. Cause I got love to give and I got a name to pass on. I'm James McNeil IV.
Okay.
I have to pass that name, man. I gotta pass it, so. But yeah.
First off, thank you for being so vulnerable. It's a big thing for men, especially in the Black community, to open up about their past, let alone their parents, their upbringing, what have you. But you were very open, you were very vulnerable. Whew, sorry. You're very open, you're very vulnerable, and I commend you for that. Because a lot of people keep things inside because they're trying to, you know, mask how they really feel. Because, you know, showing emotion makes it seem like you're a bitch or you're less than. Excuse my terminology for saying a bitch, but
no,
there's a negative connotation to showing emotion. You know,
yeah, there is.
Raw and honest about how you feel and what you've been through. And a lot of men, especially the Black men, African men, in our culture, in our community, they struggle with that.
I struggle with it. Given opportunities like this, I jump on them to be able to share my feelings a little bit, because I don't get a chance to do it often. Aside from my parents being, you know, separated, my mother raised me and my sister raised me.
This is Ben. He is 31, turning 32 real soon. And he's going to answer 2 random questions out of that red package. And we'll do so now.
Yes, yes. All right. Woo. Okay. So define love in your own words. Man, that's a loaded question.
Go ahead, take time.
Love. All right. So to me,
I'm not talking about family love, I'm talking about sister brother love, I'm talking about romantic love.
Romantic
That's what I'm
love.
talking about. Yes.
man, that's a loaded question. Okay, where I start? So love to me is somebody who I feel like kid just knows you, you know, back to front, front to back. You ain't gotta say nothing. They can look at you and just tell what you're thinking immediately. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just building that connection with somebody and just, I guess, knowing somebody for who they really are. I don't know. Love is like, I feel like as men, we portray a certain image to everybody else. You know what I mean? So like when we go into the world, we're forced to be this person. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we have to take all the hits, take all the arrows, take all the criticism, take everything. And then when we come back home, that's when we can truly express who we are.
Right.
So I feel like love is really just knowing that person when we're at home, knowing that inner person. So when we go into the real world, you can stand by our side or like, you know, just know that this man is doing this because he knows that it's gonna get us to this point in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know this authentic person and I know he'll do X, Y, and Z for me if it comes down to it, you know?
And so, love is basically someone just being down for you or just being there, you know? Like
Facts.
someone you can just take off your mask or whatever persona you have to show to the world, but just like truly just stand in front of naked, if you
Yeah.
will, and just be truly who you are.
Exactly, and accept each other for who they are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can always build on top of, to me, love is an everlasting thing. So it's not like love just stops when you
Right.
meet somebody, you know. Love is something that adapts over time. You go through phases in life, you know what I mean? So love to me might mean something different to me than when I'm 40 years old, when I'm 50 years old, you know. It evolves over time, but that core essence is still there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I love it. All right, next question.
Put this right here.
And you are currently in a relationship, correct?
I am.
All right.
Oh, I got the happy face on this one. All right. Whew, okay, I like this question. What are your favorite things about women? Well, I think, well, besides the physical stuff, I think, you know, I could be here. Physical, okay, so let me see. So we talking physical, ladies. The thighs, you know what I'm saying? The thighs, oh my God. The thighs are for the guys, you feel me? So you see the thighs, they're for the guys, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, of course, you know, you gotta have a nice little backside, you know, it's a preference, you know, not.
You're in a committed relationship right now, but would you date a woman with a flat behind and a wonderful heart?
You know, I probably would.
Probably, but not for sure. It's
Oh no, I
okay.
would. I'm not, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm shallow enough to say never, because
Right.
there's some things, you know, that supersede that. Like, you know what I mean? It's not all just that.
Yeah.
But you know, if I'm being real, the looks is what makes us step up.
Okay.
But the attitude and the character is what makes us stay. You know what I'm saying? So there's, you know, that's in the hierarchy as far as looks wise, but attitude wise, man, you don't want to be, that just comes off shallow. You know what I mean? You can have the looks or whatever. But I mean, it doesn't hurt. But
Okay.
and then what else, man? The eyes, you know, of course,
What about the eyes?
you know, it's just some, I wouldn't say it's a certain eye color, but it's just a certain way some women look at you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're looking past you. It's like, okay, I can see that you have this exterior,
Okay.
you know what I mean, in front of me.
As well as the interior.
Okay. Exactly, and it's like they're digging into you, like really engaged on what you say, you know what I mean? And you know, that goes a long way with men. But yeah, so physical, you know, that's a couple things. But as far as personality wise, you know what I mean? Just, you know, I'm gonna go a little deep. As far as just,
Go as deep as you want to go.
coming home, there's no better feeling than coming home to a peaceful atmosphere. And by that, it's like not cooking or, cooking and cleaning and stuff. Like that goes, men should cook and clean too. So let's get that.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We should cook and clean and do all this stuff. So that goes out the way too, because it's not, it's, a lot of people use it as a requirement or whatever like that. But it's just, it's a partnership. But mostly coming home to somebody who just looks at you and be like, yo, my man just went out here and got this for me. You know what I mean? And is willing to support and just just having that energy, like, you know what I mean, when you come home goes a long way. Or having that energy when you go out. It's just something, I don't know, I can't really put it into words, but that peace of mind, just knowing my lady like really rocks with me. You know what I mean? And just
support,
exactly. Physically, it's come on. And it's like, you know what I mean? Just having that by your side just really goes a long way. So the most attractive feature to me is just that peace of mind and just like willing to, sometimes you gotta be willing to let your man lead and really, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that might be a lost trait sometimes in this world, like a lot of people.
Sorry to interrupt you, but women for like a lot of reasons and many times have been in a situation where they've had to be the boss. They've had to be either a mother or a father, but they've had to be like the person who runs everything because somebody else was absent or someone wasn't as present as they would like them to be. Mm-hmm. So it's like they've been conditioned to be that way. But it's nice knowing that there are men that still want to lead, but also like you're my queen, he's on my side, but also like let me guide is on God.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like men too, we should allow women to guide when they can guide too. Because it's like when you come home, like, a man ain't gonna, if you messing with the right woman or you got a woman that's really like in that position to elevate or that's willing to step into that position, you gotta allow her to step into that position, right? You gotta give her that platform to really become what she's seeking to become. So, I feel like that's a two-way street. A lot of these men too is like single mother raised by single moms. So sometimes it takes them a little bit longer to step into that position of being
that are patient, that will be there.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like nobody's gonna know. Somebody will be there.
Somebody will be there. You just gotta allow them the time. We don't grow at the same pace. Like, I had two parents growing up. You know what I mean? And I feel like, that I was a little bit sheltered, in that aspect or whatever. And it's taken some learning and stuff for me to step into that position of being a man. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like once you step into that position, you realize like, hey, like, I'm supposed to be the provider. I'm supposed to hold my family down, my girl down, my children down, whatever, my family down. But sometimes it takes men a little bit, if they didn't grow up right or they didn't have that solid figure in their life, it might take them a little longer to assume that position.
Yeah.
So I feel like I feel like the patience and all that, just recognizing where your man's at in his life.
As long as they're making like steps towards where they need to be, and
Facts.
they have like goals set in place, and they're respecting you, communicating.
Communication is big. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Communication. Number one. Communication is number one. But yeah, no, definitely. As long as you're recognizing that and you're willing to communicate that and elevate and actually meet each other at a level playing field. And honestly, it's about committing to each other too, because it's like my woman might know more in this aspect. And man, it's cool. It's cool if your woman know more than you sometimes. Like we don't got all the answers, Sway. So it's cool to let your woman, like, you know what I mean, lead in certain aspects because she turns to you to lead in the family dynamic and stuff. So it's not really I feel like a lot of people look at it as a power struggle, you know what I mean? And it's really not that. You have to sit back and be like, look, my woman is versed in this. I'm gonna trust her enough to handle this, you know what I mean? And she's overall looking like, look, I'm trusting you with my livelihood, and I need you to step up. And if you haven't stepped up and do that, and I think it's just about that communication, knowing where each other's at and just evolving. But I don't know, that was a long-winded answer.
That's all That's it. Just long, real honesty. That's all I want. So thank you.
Yes.
Those are all the questions I have. You can go ahead and grab your package and head out. Thank you. All right, we have 3 Black men sitting on one black couch.
Yes.
They're all about to answer one question that is in their red package. And we have no idea what this question is. And we're going to start with the youngest of the bunch, 29. Go ahead, Shy.
I got you. It's the bonus round, by the way. So,
We're going for all the money.
gonna get to it. All right, so let's see what we got here. Ooh, it's a beautiful question. All right, so what are your opinions on women with low self-esteem? Man, so honestly, I feel like, what's the best way to put this? I feel like every woman got something, right? Like you got something to work with. So the idea of having low self-esteem, I feel that because that could come from like childhood trauma.
Right, yeah.
It could come from
Past relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like honestly, all you gotta do is make your situation work the best for you.
True.
That's really how I feel. And I'm saying that via experience, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta be the, you don't gotta have the fattest ass, you don't gotta have the biggest chest. Like just work with what you got. If you got like some tiny joints, do what you gotta do with that tiny joints. You know what I'm saying? Like work with what you got. Your personality will shine through. If you're a funny, witty person, then put more light on that. Like the looks are okay. I mean that's one thing. You feel me? That's like what gets people to look at you. But it's really, it's really deeper than that. Like if you got a sense of humor, man, just make people focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean the idea of self-esteem, I feel it because I've had some moments with that too myself. Like just struggling with having enough confidence and whatnot. But really, I just focus on the things that like I think heighten my my personality beyond the physical. You know what I'm saying? So like whatever you got, work with what you got. Honestly, like just put like you know what I'm saying? Like even if it's just like if you know how to make your eyebrow go up, like focus on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like rock with what you have. Like honestly, like all this other stuff is cool. It gets people to look at you and whatnot, but really you gotta make people stay. It's one thing to have them look at you, it's another thing to have them keep them coming back. So just work with what you got, dog. Like honestly, that would be my advice,
So would you say that you would be drawn to a woman that was super dope on the inside with a really good personality, someone who could like support you and hold you down, that wasn't maybe the best looking, maybe more so average, or doesn't think that she is the best looking? Was that somebody you'd be able to work with, an average woman?
In my experience in dating, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yes, like I mean, if you were to ask me this question a couple of years ago, probably no. I was a little man, like just stuck on the things I like physically. But like the older I've grown, it's like if you can make the things that you really rock, like that fit you, like shine. Yeah. That's dope. Like just draw people in, and then anything else from there, just let it work out. If it doesn't work out, then it wasn't meant to be. Move on to the next person. You know what I'm saying? Like, just focus on what you got. Like honestly.
Exactly. I believe 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing.
You got it.
All right, and next.
That's me. Many women are convinced that all men want is sex. What is your opinion? My opinion on that.
Honest opinion, yes sir.
Honest opinion on that. It's not a loaded question.
Okay.
But the truth is, that's not all we're fixated on. It's really not. It's really not. It's a factor. It's a big factor.
Major.
But it's not a deal. It's not a deal breaker.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nigga, keep it real. You can work on it. What you got? Alright, so people listen. It's uncanny that we're talking about this.
That's all I'm going to Go ahead.
Because for the past couple of weeks, I'm a 90s guy.
Okay.
Kid play all day.
Yes.
Sex is a weapon.
Oh.
Facts.
And women have the power. They know it, but they don't know that we know it. Think about that.
Sleep on it.
They know you know you have the power, but you think we don't know that you have the power. We know you got the power. Behind the
Go in. Preach.
We care about sex. But it's not, like I said, it's not a deal breaker. It is, but it's not a deal breaker. It's something that we need. It's something that we want. But that's not gonna give me the full. It's not gonna make my heart full. And I don't. I didn't get a chance to do this last time to agree with what my brother said, but
it's your time to do so if you need to.
Yeah, we looking for deeper. We looking for more connection.
Oh, I know. Go ahead.
You know, rock with what you got. Do what you got to do for you. What makes it work, but just understand that it's a two-way street.
I've heard that before. Didn't Shawty said that, right? It's a two-way street.
Yeah. And
you alluded to something like that, like a partnership.
It's a triple threat out.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead, James.
But there are certain situations where you do come across certain women and you're just like, you know, well, at least for myself, I've come across women and I wanted more from them. And to be honest, sometimes they're not looking for more. They're looking for what they want.
Or maybe they're just pretending like they're open for like sex only because they're too. That's the thing. It comes down to fear. Can I be vulnerable with this man? Maybe you're not showing your vulnerable side because you're waiting for them to be vulnerable and vice versa. But the beauty is in opening up so that other person can also open up, right?
I've also had the experience since I've been out here that
where are you from originally?
England, originally.
Oh wow.
But
okay.
I came to the States when I was like 7 or 8.
Right.
So my view on women is I've got a vast view on how
that's
women
okay.
move.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mama from New York, she Queens all day. But you know what I mean? So she tough. It's looking at it's kind of looking at a female version of myself. My mama's gritty. She gutted, but she real, and she always taught me how to just carry myself and just be honest and upfront. And if you ain't getting next, move on to the next. And I kind of digress. Let me get back to this question. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
It's
go in.
I'm not trying to talk in circles, but sometimes we are, sometimes we not.
There you go.
Okay. Can you read the question one more time, please, just so we can make sure we're on.
Many women are convinced that all men want is sex. My opinion is yes and no. You just gotta know
balance.
The balance, yeah. You have to find that balance. Let me touch on this real quick.
Go ahead.
I've been outed before as far as when you didn't express that that intention up front. Those are my younger years. I've grown since then.
Yeah, you're in your 30s now, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I have approached a woman with my true intention, and it hasn't got me anywhere but honestly a slap in the face. 1, 2, another slap in the face from the friend, and maybe 3, just getting shut on because of it.
Because of what exactly?
Because I'm being honest of my intentions.
Oh, what have your intentions been though?
Well, no.
Go
on those days, yeah. But on the days where I'm,
what is fucking?
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate your honesty.
On the days where I am trying to fuck,
right. But ideally,
it is a hard thing to say. Like, oh man, I think you're beautiful.
Right.
I respect your mind. I respect your body, and I want you.
Right. But that's where it ends.
I wasn't raised to come at a woman like that.
Right.
So when I'm told, what's your true intention? Well, what I was taught was to take you out, court you, treat you right, and if you want to have sex, we can make that work.
But nowadays it's more, it's stipulations to everything. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's life and love. That's
yeah.
The territory.
Definitely.
Okay, but right now you're saying like we're not getting any younger. All 3 of you on the couch right now, none of you are getting any
just
younger.
Speak with something. What do you want?
Right.
I'll tell you what I want.
What is it that you want, James?
Man, I want it all. I want connection. I want love. I want somebody to know me. I want when I come through the door. I don't even necessarily want a home cooked meal when I come through the door. I just want you to allow me that 5-10 minutes to unwind. Let me roll that blunt when I get home. Let me come up behind you while you doing whatever the hell you're doing and kiss you on and kiss you on your cheek and then let me just hold you.
A lot of women love that. Yeah.
I'm a physical person.
That might be your love language. One of your top 3 love languages, I honestly think it's going to be physical touch and quality time. Okay.
Definitely.
That's an important thing. I ask my clients to always take a love language test before speaking to me. It is mandatory. I need to know how you perceive love and how you give love in return. Please continue.
Yes. So, all right. So I'd rather you allow me to come home. Hey man, how you doing?
Right.
Don't react off that. That's not me coming at you. That's just me reacting to the day. I see what you're doing.
Yes.
Let me come up. Let me embrace you. Don't embrace me necessarily, but let me not necessarily release my day on you. No, she can hold me down. She can hold me down.
Okay.
I'm an Aries though. I'm a fire sign.
I understand.
I need that release when I get home. I need to breathe and separate church from state. Separate work from home.
That's important.
You know
That's
what I mean?
important. Right.
And I just know what I need. And communication is key.
It is.
So it's definitely expressed.
Communication and compromise.
And compromise.
Absolutely.
I honestly feel as though I've done more of the giving than receiving.
Okay, so let's try to focus on something where there's a balance, right? There's more of a partnership.
Yeah.
You meet me halfway. You'd have no issues being the provider, like the person that holds the partnership down, but you want someone to meet you halfway.
At all. Even though I'm 31, I've never had that type of responsibility. As far as
what?
Children, and I don't have any kids. It's just me and my dog.
Yeah. Aw.
Legit. It's just
What
me
is
and
your
my dog.
dog's name?
His name is King.
King.
Yo,
But
King.
of course, sir. But of course. Okay.
Actually, Kingston, but
Okay.
King
King for short.
Yeah.
I feel it.
But it's yeah. I forgot what's on.
You're good.
You talking to me?
She done said you.
I try to tell everything
That's
without
okay.
being
That's all I
happy.
want. That's all I want.
But it's yeah, man. We most of us, I'll say this, most of us know what we want. You just gotta know how to ask. Because we know how we were raised and we know how that will come off. But there are a lot of women out there who you can't just be 100% with.
Right.
I fuck
So they haven't healed yet.
They
A lot of women.
haven't healed anything.
Men too, though. I've seen men and women
Yeah.
that have not healed yet. But it seems like all 3 of you know exactly what you want, what you're looking for. You're taking the time to learn about yourself through past relationships, and you're here.
And how to portray that through your newfound set of intentions.
Right, exactly.
It's hard to portray that because every woman, not every woman, but a lot of women are like, yeah, okay, whatever. Show me what else you got.
Yes.
Like,
You
damn,
can't blame them
sometimes
though.
the bag of tricks
You
is that.
cannot blame them though. You cannot blame them though, because not all men are emotionally mature like you 3 are. I know you guys have heard of somebody, maybe a friend or a sister or a cousin, what have you, that has vented about their situation with another man. Not everybody has that emotional maturity.
Exactly.
So I wanted to present to the world men that are emotionally mature, that can be vulnerable, that can be open and honest about how they feel, what they've been through. And that's how I like to run my business. Thank you so much for sharing that, James. I appreciate that.
Respect.
We're gonna move right on along to Ben.
What does being a power couple mean to you? Sheesh. Okay, that's a loaded question. Whew. Let me put the testimony down. Alright. So being a power couple, to me, it's, man, aside from like all the Front Street bullshit that everybody, money, clothes, all that, put all that shit aside. Power couple to me means that I can literally look at you. You can look at me and you know what time it is. That's it, point blank period. I don't gotta come home. We communicate so good that I can come home and I can say something and you are immediately interpret what it means. You can come home and say something, I'll be like, oh baby, I got dinner, go sit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got this, go sit. It's to the point where like communication is just flowing. To the point where I don't even gotta talk. I can just look at you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can give you a look and you know what time it is.
Yeah.
You can give me a look, I know what time it is. You know what? I'm gonna bring my baby a bubble bath. You know what I mean? She gonna look at me
Just because.
Just because. I know what time it is. She came home, she gave me that look. Oh, that look is I've been going through I've been going through X, Y, and Z. You know. Look, I think being a power couple, honestly, is love language. You gotta understand how the other person communicates, and she gotta understand how you communicate.
Yeah.
and then just intertwines together, right? To the public, it's presented as like money, physical appearance, your status.
Sadly, we are a very
like all this
superficial
stuff.
society. We live in
Yeah.
a very superficial society.
Exactly.
Sadly,
Big facts.
I love to remind people of what's inside versus what's out.
Big
So thank
facts.
you for saying that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like what people fail to understand is like, yeah, that's the maybe it's the end result or maybe it's just the way it appears. But there's work that goes on behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And beyond what it seems is that communication. Once you master communication, you don't even gotta make that much money. You ain't gotta be the richest, she ain't gotta be the richest, but once you master communication within each other,
That's
I agree.
that's
yeah, because everyone communicates differently.
makes
You're learning
flow.
how they
Exactly.
communicate, what
And
they
that's
what
a
they
true power
desire.
couple. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yes.
Because everybody thinks power couple is like J-Lo,
Yeah, you got the
Puff Daddy back in the day. See, I'm showing my age right now.
That's what Brian push on is. It's so
No,
funny.
but that just shows that like that's what we draw energy from. That's what we draw
Facts.
inspiration from.
Facts.
When you said that, when you started naming names, I started thinking because from jump I was thinking Jay and Beyonce.
There you go.
I don't even rock with B like that. I'll be honest with you, but like Jay, like his mindset to lock a woman down like Beyonce, like yo, she out here doing it, and he's literally. I don't know if y'all see it, but if you see it, he's literally the one that's like, she got it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that? Beyonce holding that relationship down. She holding it down, but he did a back her
Yep.
in every way, shape, or form, and vice versa.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
And that's
facts.
yeah.
And it's just their communication language too. It's for Jay to sit back with his status and his level and allow Beyonce to lead to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
That's not the norm. That's not the norm.
Nah, you don't see that like that. You don't see
that's
it.
right.
Not every day. Not every day.
It does happen, but not every day. But it does
Yes,
happen.
exactly.
Obviously, there are
And
some
at least
couples
it's
that
not
do.
what people like to portray on
Yeah.
Street.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
exactly. So the fact that you gotta
She
be
got it.
be like power couple is like knowing where you gotta like a lot of people hate the word submit. I just man, am I going too deep right now?
No, there's no
Okay.
Keep going.
So like with submit, I don't know why people have a problem with the word submit.
Yeah.
When you get in these power couples or these power relationships, each other submit to
Facts.
one submits to
Facts.
another.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like people when they think of submit, they think getting on your knees, praying.
It's not what it is.
Please,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Give me
Yeah.
this money, please. That's not what submission is.
Exactly.
A man gotta submit enough to his woman to know that, hey, she got this. I know she got this. And when she brings it back to me, and when she gets that energy and brings it back, I know that I ain't gotta even second think that. A woman gotta submit to a man to enough to be like,
Facts.
you know what? I know he's gonna get out here. I know he's gonna provide for me. I know he's not gonna let this family fall under shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think submit, just the word has a negative connotation of it.
I agree.
And I think it's based on our parents' generation. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm Nigerian. we Nigerian. We know what that comes with. Is that you submit to the man no matter what.
Yeah.
That's how we were raised, and that's how our culture portrayed it. And I feel like that kind of trickled down to American society too.
I'm gonna pause you guys right there because I literally just watched a video with, she goes by Tanya TKO, and she talked about that. And she says that there's no issue with women submitting, but it's submitting to a man who is worthy. Period.
I
That's
feel
the thing.
that.
That negative connotation that exists in everyone, right? But it's submitting to someone who's worthy.
Worthy.
Period.
I feel
Because I
that.
think a lot of women say, I got this, I got this, I got this. Okay, but what if he got you though?
Yeah.
And what if he's proven time and time that he got you and you just sit back and relax and vice versa?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. How is that balance?
It is that balance. It's all about balance.
But then
Balance is
also,
important.
at the same time, being able to know that hey, everything doesn't always work out how
Exactly.
you envisioned it the first time, and who's willing to get dirty with me.
Yes.
Like if this decision fucks up, like are you finna hold me down through this decision?
Yeah.
Because we're not always right the first time, bro. That's facts. Like not everyone got it like Jay. You know, like we're normal niggas, dog. Like at the same day, like who's willing to get down and dirty with me? Like hold
Right.
me down, you know what I'm saying? And when you make a decision that doesn't work out the way you thought it would, I'm gonna hold you down too. That's trust.
It's
Like
can you
that's
stand the rain?
Yes,
Can you
that's
stand the rain?
So-
New edition.
That new
that's
edition.
facts.
Honestly, there's another.
Big facts.
Somebody did it before New Edition, and I only know that because someone literally messaged me and was like, "Do you have the other version?" No, New Edition and Boyz II Men, right? So New Edition was original. I don't remember, but I'm just saying, "Can you stand the rain?" That's
Yeah, it's
bold right
different.
there. It does hit
It's
so
different.
differently. back, from the side. You know what I'm saying? It hits all types of ways.
Hey, watch out.
I just want to thank you all. You three were great. You three were awesome.
Thank you.
If there's any last things you want to say when it comes to dating, sex, and relationships, just feel free to share. This is your free moment. And that's really all the questions I have for you all. So,
Man, go for it. I mean, all this talk is good and all, but until you try it and until you get out there, it doesn't really mean shit. So don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, and if you fuck up, fine. If you get it, fine. We're all just trying to make it, we're all just trying to do it. So you know what I'm saying? Try at the end of the day, try. You know, that's what I would say. Try. Yo, try.